We live in a very toxic world. A lot of these factors are uncontrollable if you're going to exist in modern life.
Yeah.
But the screens we're looking at right now,
Yeah.
guess what? That's raising cortisol. Guess what that's doing? Decreasing testosterone.
Yeah.
Right? The water we drink, that's loaded with drugs.
Yeah.
Whether we believe it or not, everyone has more pharmaceutically prescribed drugs. We eat them.
Yeah.
They go through our system. Metabolites are excreted in the urine.
Yeah.
That's what happens. We can't get that out with any kind of filtration system. You're getting everyone's drugs in your water.
Yeah.
Right? We're
Yeah.
stressed. We're dopamine. Well, we need dopamine. So instead of getting it the way we're supposed to with valuable face-to-face relationships,
Yep.
sunlight, accomplishing tasks, what do we do?
Hop
TV,
on phones.
Instagram,
Yep.
get our likes based on whatever.
Yep.
Porn, drugs, alcohol. That's how we get our dopamine now. Guess
Yeah.
what all that shit does? Kills your testosterone.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we live in a toxic world, a hyper-stressed world.
Yeah.
Even if it's not phone stress, it's work stress, it's life stress, it's family stress. Cortisol is too high. That's a testosterone killer.
Yeah.
Obesity's too high. We eat like shit. We eat
Oh
nothing
my
but
God.
processed food.
Eating
what
like
happens
shit.
with that.
We ate like shit years ago, and it's only gotten worse. And
Yeah.
it's like, I'll talk to people like, for example, you mentioned cholesterol. So medical industry has gotten people so scared of the word fat that it's like, well, just stay away from fat. I've had clients that I'll be like, hey, we're going to throw some whole eggs onto your meal plan, some red meat, as long as you don't have any kind of issues with those foods, like, sensitivities or allergies, we're going to put that on there. And I had a guy, he told me, hey, my wife asked, can we switch out the red meat? Because, I got high blood pressure and the fat and stuff. And can we switch to, I think he said ground turkey. And I was like, okay, one, fat is not inherently bad. Two, there's a lot of good cholesterol in red meat. As long as you're like, the way I see it, whole foods, you're generally going to be safe. It's the extra crap that we're eating that is making the word fats bad. Like all the seed oils, the vegetable oils, canola oil, all of that.
And it's also types of fat. Trans fats like fried foods, frostings, sugars, and cookies.
Yep.
That's the bad fats to avoid. Guess what cholesterol is made from? Cholesterol comes from your liver, for those that don't know. Most cholesterol is produced by body demand, and guess what it's made out of? Sugar. Your liver uses glucose to make about 80%, depending on the person, right around 80% of the cholesterol made by their liver comes from glucose.
Yeah.
So fat's not the enemy.
No.
It's sugars and carbs.
Yep.
And I'm not saying all carbs are bad. It's the processed bullshit carbs.
Exactly.
It's your white breads and your crap pastas and your fruity coffee drinks with whipped cream and sugar and all that stuff.
That costs $10.
It's not your eggs.
Yeah. No.
It's not your steak twice a week.
Yeah.
Now, do you want to eat super fatty crap burgers all the time? No, that's got a ton
Are you
going
to go get
in it.
what is
that's
that?
Not good.
What is that beef that's like super marbled? It's very expensive. I forgot what it is.
I'm going to say it wrong. I think it's called Wagyu.
Yeah. Obviously, eating that 6 times a day for a week, that's probably going to be bad.
Saturated fat. You don't want the edge that's pure fat.
Yeah.
So what's within the meat, the marbling within the meat of a lean steak, a New York strip, a sirloin, it's just don't do flank steaks all the time, and don't do super fatty ground beef all the time. But if you cook it right, red meat is not the enemy. You get heme iron, oxygenated iron, which you don't get from anything else. Dark leafy greens are great for iron.
Yeah.
Excuse me. But if you have an issue with it, heme iron's the best from red meat.
Mm-hmm.
Watch the fats a little bit.
Yeah.
Get leaner cuts.
Yeah.
But it's incredible for you.
Yeah.
The B vitamins, there's so many different nutrients in those proteins, and it's super high in leucine and amino acids that increase protein synthesis. So
I try to tell people if red meat is like one of the most efficient foods there is. It's like getting optimal protein, amazing fat source, and then pretty much the entire micronutrients that you could ask for. You know, it's
almost,
like